That's quite okay. Cornbread, that's quite okay. Kathy was saying yesterday, she said, man, Cornbread must hate me because I have not talked to him in a few days. So it's been a while, she said. So I think she probably plans on calling you today. She's just been busy with cooking. She's been making them Buckeye candies and rock candy and fudge. Today she's baking cookies. And then something else she's got to do today. Got a house full of kids. Nobody's going to school. So when I got up this morning, I decided to take my shower rather than wait till they were all up and then take it. It was quite invigorating. All the hot water I wanted. Morning, Kevin. Sounds good. I gotta go out today, check that freezer, refrigerator freezer out there. It's hard to believe just by moving it out of the kitchen to the garage, it quit working. So I don't know. Hopefully, it was just because there wasn't enough coolant or whatever in the compressor, and now that it's all settled, hopefully it's running. I have no idea, but if it ain't, I have to break open the brand new freezer. Money Monday, that's right. I have to break open the brand new freezer and take all the stuff out of the freezer and that refrigerator and put it there. The only thing that's in the refrigerator out there is a turkey that's thawing out, supposedly. It ain't doing much thawing, but in a 15 pack of beer or something like that. Oh, pumpkin. Do you want to say hi? You don't? Okay. No. Junkyard, good morning. Morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody, good morning. Square table? Yeah. I feel like a seal. No. Right, don't want to rush it. Yeah. No. Anyways, that's what's been going on here. She, I said the grandkids don't have school, so they're all sleeping. I wouldn't blame her a bit if she slept till 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I got up yesterday about 3, 4 different times. I bet. You're off for 6? That's cool. I got up probably 3 or 4 times yesterday, and then the girl kept getting me up. And finally, I got her settled. I fell back asleep, and it was like 10 o'clock when I woke up yesterday. Yeah, the 24th and the 26th. Yeah. I thought about taking today off too, Junkyard. Just depends on what the boss has planned for me. I was so sore last night when I got done I could hardly walk. He really is buying votes now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's right. I agree 100%. I've never. Are you kidding? That's the fastest way to get off. I know. First the military, now the federal workers. I swear. And now, the Democrats are starting another article of impeachment. They have conclusive proof, 100% proof that Trump did it. And they're going after him hard and heavy now. It seems in 1989, Trump come out of a bathroom stall with the toilet seat up. So this could be a game changer. Come on, Pumpkin. It could be. Using their money. That's right. Yeah. Might as well. They've done it for years without no shame. But what they use the money for was themselves. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Square Table. I wouldn't go that far. Just look at, Merrick Garland and James Comey and, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and, they were all federal workers at one time. I know, I proved my point, didn't I? Well, maybe he's got you blocked. You got Kevin blocked, Square Table. I believe you. I believe you. He says he didn't block you, and he can see you. So I'm thinking the only reason why you can't see him and everybody else can is because the rest of us are hardworking individuals and we can see each other. And then there, it's like the king's clothing. Only fools couldn't see it. So nobody admitted not being able to see the wardrobe. Good morning, Arizona. Yeah, take it off Top Chat and put it on my chat. Come on, get up here. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Nobody loves a kitty. Well, Papa does. Yeah. How are you doing there, Mr. Arizona? Nice to see you. The girl says hi. Huh. You say hi? Yeah. She is a cute kitty. Spirit. That's her name. She sleeps with me every night. She'll sleep between my calves. And then in the middle of the night, she'll crawl up on top of me. And what she does is, when I feel her crawling on top of me, I usually wake up. If I don't wake up, she goes like this and bats my arm. And she wants me to pick my arm up and hold her while she's laying on my chest. So I have to put my arms around her, and then she'll cuddle right up and go to sleep. I'm fine. Finer than cat's hair. Yeah. Now she tried to get me up around, I don't know, 10 after 5, and I wouldn't get up for her. Finally, when the alarm went off at 5:30, she pounced on top of me and looked me square in the eye. Like, get up, it's treat time. I got up, come out here, got her treats first before I did anything. This cat's spoiled rotten. We were leaving her out here in her cage at night because the grandkids are staying here and the Christmas tree. So but when you get her out of the cage every morning, she was ice cold, even though she's got a towel in there and a bed and everything, to curl up to. She was like ice cold. Her feet were cold, her ears were cold, and so I was telling Kathy that, and Kathy felt her, and she said she is cold. And I said, I don't know what's going on. So evidently she doesn't like it in there or whatever. So I'll have to look that up. Huh. She's just purring away. She's in all her glory. I would not doubt it. Fine specimen? I do too. It makes you know that they're happy and they're content. Last night when she was sleeping down by my calves, I could hear her purring. And Kathy and I were watching TV. And I said, she's a happy cat. She said, how do you know? I said, I can hear her purring. You about Papa? Oh, yeah. Sure do, don't you? Tail just a wag. You're fine. Uh, well, when you find out where it's at, let me know. I was at Lowe's this weekend, had to buy a gift card. So I was at Lowe's and I was looking, and they had washers and dryers on sale, brand new. I thought, well, hell, let me look. Because I am a looky loo. So I was looking, and girl I know was working there, and she says, "What are you doing, Keith?" I said, "I'm just looking." She says, "They're on sale." I said, "I see that." She said, "You got a Lowe's credit card?" I said, "No." She said, "You want to apply for one?" I said, "Yep." So we went through the process, and her internet went down, and they were asking for validation on my phone for um, my Gmail and my phone number. Well, I had my flip phone with me, and it does not have internet to where you can actually look up the web or anything. I mean, you can get text messages and stuff like that. If somebody sends you something, you can look at it. But a picture, might as well forget it because it's so small and grainy you can't see it to begin with. But you can't answer nothing. So I said, send it to my email, and when I get home, I'll fill it out. So I did fill it out. I got approved for a Lowe's card. So I don't know if I want the ones that were on sale or a different set, but we're going to go look and then see what they have after Christmas. Because usually they'll have all these stores have a, sale after Christmas. So see what that is. And the best thing about it is they deliver and they set it up for an extra $40 or $80. And if you give them $50, they'll take the other ones out. Well, I got a friend that'll take the other ones out for free, so I'll just have them take the other ones out when I go to have those delivered. The set I want with the insurance, the warranty work and everything on it and installed is like $1,300. But that's with a 5-year warranty. And it's a GE. So I would never buy another Samsung washer or dryer ever again. I've had both of them brand new, and neither one of them lasted more than a year and a half. They're junk. No offense, junkyard, but they're junk. JUNK, junk. Are you comfy? I hope so. I wish I had life rough like this. Don't have to worry where my next meal is coming from because I know it's coming. Yeah. Oh, pretty good. Anybody want a cat? I wouldn't give you up something. No. Anybody win Super Lotto? $1.5 billion? It's okay. You guys can answer if you want. All righty. I'm going to have to buy a ticket now. You guys have forced my hand. Yeah. Well, Kathy one time got a blue card um, from Visa. And she said, "What do I want this credit card for?" And I started looking it up. A blue card is the sky's the limit. It didn't have no limit on it. I said, "I don't know how the hell you got a blue card." Yeah. We took that card and we cut it up. That would get you in trouble. That actually, um, guy didn't have a black card or card at all. He had credit. Guy down in Blissfield. This happened probably 35, 40 years ago. Walked into Blissfield Lumber. Been in Blissfield all his life. Known to everybody. Walked into Blissfield Lumber. Said, "I need this, this, and this, and this, and this." When he walked out of there, he had enough lumber, plywood, and roofing, and everything to build a house, a big house. Had it delivered to his farm. And they asked him when he wanted to pay for it. He said, "Give me 90 days and I'll pay you." They said, "Fine." Well, the guy went out and he hired a construction crew. And they built this nice, beautiful house. But it wasn't for him. It was for his daughter. After they built the house, he walked back into the lumberyard to get some trim nails and stuff. And they said, "When do you want to settle on that account?" He said, "I'll do it later. Here, I need some trim nails." And then he paid cash for that. Well, then the bill come due, like 45 days delinquent. So he come back into the store and they asked him about it. He said, "What about all that lumber we delivered at your house? We want it back or you pay us." He said, "It's kind of hard to do that. I don't have it no more." "Well, where's it at?" He said, "I can't tell you." Anyways, Come to find out, the farmer had cancer and he was dying, and that he built his daughter a house before he left, which was nice of him. But it cost Blissfield Lumber probably $20,000 or $30,000 back then. Cash option. It's not bad. It's at probably $2 billion, if not more. So that means the government gets to keep $1.5 billion, $1.5 billion almost. What do they need that money for? It ain't like they're using anything with it. And quite frankly, I don't know if I could live on $735.3 million. That'd be tough. Yeah, and it's for the schools. Yeah, my ass. If it was for the schools, we wouldn't have to be paying property taxes and everything else. Millages. Yeah, they waste more money. The government wastes more money than they can even fathom to imagine. The tax money is supposed to go for the schools. It doesn't go to the schools. Like your service for $20 bill, man? Yeah. And just think, I was scratching for one, scrounging around looking for one, and now, look at me now. Well, I'm thinking with $735 million, you can quit smoking, buy yourself a new set of lungs, and have them put in, and then that way you'd be able to live a lot longer. I can breathe. Yeah. You could do like Prime Minister, whatever his name is, cheating. Oh, you ain't just a kidding. $20 tip. Yeah. Because he told Vladimir Putin, he said, now we can live to be 150 years old just by organ transplants. So you know what that means, don't you? They'll find some schmuck on the street, check him out, see how healthy he is, and then take his organs from him. That's the type of people they are. This school wants a sports complex. Our school here wants a sports complex. It's like $15 million for the damn thing. They want us to pay for it. And then they want us to pay to go use it or to go in it to watch stuff. Tell her you're prepaid for 5 of them. There you go. So I'm highly against it because we have just given the school system in the last 25 years, since I've been a resident of Adrian, we've given the city of Adrian, the school, Adrian Public School Systems, about $43 million in millage improvements to the schools. They spent $180,000 for an outside classroom. Now, the outside classroom is a concrete pad with benches on it, and it's set up like a gazebo out there. It's just a couple of posts going up and then some posts going across, but nothing, no roof or nothing on it. Morning, gorgeous. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. a pergola. It's Two Shot Monday. I hate to do this to you people, but I have to powder real quick. I'm still stuffed up. I can't even breathe. Oh, I know it, Dale. They put new concession what do you want to call it? Concession stands at the football field. There's one on each end. Okay. They put them there. Those were like $275,000 a piece. This was, I don't know, 3-4 years ago they put them up. They're made of brick, steel roofs. Oh, I bet they're junkyard. Well, no, Square Table's here. He was drinking. So, anyways, I went by there like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and they had like 40 lights on at the football field. All the lights were on around the concession stands, both of them. And then where the grandstand is and the press box and stuff, there's a whole row of lights underneath the press box and above the bleachers that was on. Not the field lights, but all the other yard lights were on. Why in the hell would you even have the lights on to begin with? It's not football season, okay? And so, well, so they can, people, if they see somebody walking around. Well, in that side of town, if there's no lights on over there at the football field, ain't nobody going to be walking around without a flashlight because it's going to be pitch black there. Now, I know a whole bottle some days all by yourself. And I don't know what them lights cost, but I'm pretty sure it's $10-12 a day. And, you figure that out times 250 days when there's no football season, that comes out to be a chunk of change. I bet it does influence your driving. Or another thing that gets me is they'll be off for something, okay? And then they'll want to come back on Friday just to have school. Okay, so now on Friday, because when they go off school, they turn down the thermostat to like 60 degrees or whatever in the school. So the furnaces and all that other stuff. They keep heat in the building, but they don't keep it warm, for kids to be in there. So if there's no kids in the school at 60 degrees, when they bring back the kids, just for one day, they kick the furnace back up and they heat it back up to 70 degrees. And then Friday, they turn the thermostat back down again. Why do that? I don't understand. But you're a quitter? Yeah. I know. Got my Jack Frost. Them cups, I got the Jack Frost and then a Mrs. Snowman for me and Kathy. And they sit in the cupboard for a year waiting to come out. I don't know how many actually coffee cups we have. We have coffee cups downstairs. It seems like every year I don't get socks for Christmas. I get coffee cups. Which I don't mind. I got 3 coffee cups right there. 3 of them. Oh, by the way, good morning, gorgeous. I forgot to tell that to her. I hardly ever forget to tell her. I tell her every morning, good morning, gorgeous. I'm talking about my wife. Huh. Well, we went there Friday night. Kathy and I and the 2 girls, we went Friday. Take me to your leader. There you go. I need one of them self-driving cars too. But we took, we had Kyler Thanksgiving night. So we took them to the lights Thanksgiving night. And then we took the girls there. We had them Friday after school. So we went out to dinner. Then we went to watch or look at the Christmas tree lights over there at Comstock Park. There's like 400 trees there all lit up. And then the girls, Kathy took pictures of the girls sitting in the Santa chair. We left from there, went over to the courthouse and looked at the Christmas tree there. It looks nice, but they ruined it because they run strings or stringers from the top of the tree down to the ground after they had already decorated the tree with lights. So you got lights on the tree, and then you got these stringers running down about every 3 feet all the way around this gigantic tree. And it doesn't look right. Well, then we drove through Heritage Park, and that takes about 15 minutes. And it's really cool. I think the best one I like is the shark that's coming out of the water. That looks pretty cool. It comes out of the, you can see its tail, its fin, lights up, and then down it lights up again, and then lights up again as it's going, and then all of a sudden this jaws jumps out of supposedly out of the water, but it's the grass. We went to Chinese buffet. That's where we went for dinner Friday. $8.99 all you can eat. I don't eat a lot. I usually make a plate, and then I have one of their cups, and I take 2 cups. One cup has shrimp sauce in it, and then the other cup has I put some mushrooms in it, and then that green pepper and onion and steak in it, and mixed it together. I think my favorite's actually the dark red chicken or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but it's got a good glaze on it. It is cheaper to eat there than at home. You figure it out. If it's just me and Kathy, for less than $20, because we don't buy pop, we get water. If it was just Kathy and I here at the house, a case of pop would last us a month, easy. She don't drink pop that often, and I don't drink it that often. The only time we actually have a pop, if we're at home, is if you're having a hamburger or a hot dog or something like that. And that's about it. You don't drink pop when we eat meals, like cooked meals. It's usually water. And I'm kind of addicted to water. I drink a lot of it every day. Now, there's 2 Chinese buffets. One's at $8.99 and the other one's $15.99. The one at $15.99, they're just as busy as the one at $8.99. The one for $15.99 has a better selection. As far as the taste, they both taste the same. But a lot of the stuff at the $15.99, I don't eat anyways. Basically, or Kathy don't either. Basically, she gets what the hell is that? Peanut butter chicken or whatever. She likes that. I go to the cold plate and I get the cooked deveined cold shrimp, and I make a shrimp cocktail. And then I get some different assorted things of chicken and a sushi roll. It's all made in China, you're right. And a dish of whatever I want and a cup. And that's it. I get my $9 worth. Probably just eating the shrimp alone. Some guy asked me, "What you going to have that cooked?" I said, "No." Why? Well, that's raw, isn't it? I said, "No, it's not raw. It's cooked. The shrimp is red. It's cooked. It's cold. It's just deveined." Hmm. Well, I hope so. There ain't nothing wrong with a little Siamese in your Chinese. You know, it all tastes the same after they put the sauce on it. And I thought about going to Chinese for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. 15.99 Christmas buffet. Yeah, Christmas dinner with all the trimmings. I think the Chinese Christmas dinner is duck though. So locally grown. Yeah, that's right. Locally grown and sourced. Well, when I was picking up garbage in Jackson, I went to a Chinese restaurant to dump their trash can, and there was a ton. I'm not saying one or two. There probably was 40 or 50 dog collars and leashes on top of the garbage can. Now, I didn't know what to do, so I called dispatch and said, "Hey, I don't know what's inside this thing, if there's a bunch of dead dogs or what, but I'm not touching this container till you get the cops over here to look at it." So they called the cops. I backed away. This is before um, the restaurant was even open. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. These ain't raw shrimp. I know what raw shrimp is. These are cooked. And they're not Argentine red shrimp. Argentine are different. These are just basically shrimp. Um, where was he going? Oh, anyways, I waited for them. They looked inside the dumpster. They didn't see no dead animals in there, but they did collect all the collars and the leashes, and they took them with them. So I don't know if they had an investigation of this Chinese restaurant was serving dog or what, but it just seemed awful weird that there was all these dog leashes and collars sitting there. Dog meat, dog don't have. Well, yeah, but the strays walking around do. Why? Why buy when you can pick them up off the street? Here, puppy, come here. Come here, puppy. Oh, you come now. You want to eat? Come here, puppy. My, you look delicious. I looked at the flash food this morning and they must have had 40 different packages of steak. Strip steak, Angus beef top sirloin, cube steak. I didn't buy any of it. I didn't get any of it because I got so much of it now I need to get some of it out of the freezer. Yeah, you're right. They did. They called the cops in for that. Angus chuck steak, $9.12. Angus chuck steak, $8.13. Angus chuck steak, $7.97. $5.47 for beef top sirloin petite. Petite, $5.47. $4.57 for petite. $3.60 for petite. $4.42, $4.64, $3.82 for petite. Certified bottom round. Nah, $5.44. $4 at $5.27. $5.36. $5.71. $5.11. $4.61. Bottom round. $4.61. Petite bottom round. $4.12. Just keeps on going. They are all sick in the head. That's right. Oh. We'll be like the Jeffersons. We'd be moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up. Mm-hmm. I can tell you one thing. The beans won't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up this hill. If George and Louise can do it, so can I. Dan, morning. Merry Christmas. Uh, I think the best episode of Jefferson's, or yeah, was when Lionel's uh, fiance, they had the parents were meeting one another, and Archie Bunker was there. And when Lionel's girlfriend was, her mom was black and her dad was white, and Archie said, "Oh, George doesn't know about this." No, I gotta watch this. See you later. Have a good one there, junkyard. They ever do anything to that woman with them dogs? Because there's got to be a reason why she had them in the freezer. I just know that's probably going to put a stain on that business for a long time. I never heard either. That's why I was asking. Um, you would think just to get rid of the stigma or whatever, they would get rid of all the old equipment and buy new. Even though it's going to cost them a bundle. We don't have that stuff. We got rid of all the equipment and got all brand new stuff in here. Yeah. Fresh homemade hot dogs and hamburgers. Mm. This is a different kind of meat, man. This tastes delicious. Yeah. That's probably the only way he's going to make it. I like the parlor. We've been up there a couple of times. They are kind of pricey, though, or they were when I was there. I think back then I had a cheese or a coney dog. The grandkids each had a burger, fries, and a pop. And the burger was like $7. The fries were like $5, and the pop was like $4. They didn't have a meal deal then. And then they wanted, and then ice cream on top of that. It was an expensive night to eat there. Yeah, you're right. You do get a big bowl of ice cream. And that's expensive too, because it's like $8 for a bowl of ice cream. Depends on what you're getting, um, what kind you're getting. Like a cone or something like that is like $4.50 for just a regular size cone. a bowl of ice cream. It was like a quart bowl. So, all right, everybody, it's time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you Wednesday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, if you're so inclined to join me. Have a blessed day, everybody. Take care. Love you too, Dan.